So guys, welcome back again to this channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, to join me in this live section. Now, if you know you're doing something at the moment, can you just leave it and come and listen to what I have to tell you guys? The note has exposed why P2B will never rule. Nnamdi Kalu's warning is not making sense to all of us. So what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been saying for a very long time is true. The note has said P2B will never rule us, and that was the same thing Nnamdi Kanu warned P2B, telling him that no matter the number of donations you're giving to the northern, and no matter the amount of money you're giving to them, or the amount of donations or anything you're doing for them, it will not guarantee that they're going to vote for you. Nnamdi Kanu told him on time and told him to back off now before it is too late. That even if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is there and you are also there as the candidate of who's going to be the president of Nigeria, they're still going to choose Bola Ahmed Tinubu because they want someone who's going to pamper their region. They want someone who's not going to, stress their region. Now, there was a thing that a northern man came out and said that P2B, what he built in Anambra State was brewery, a brewery where he just sells alcohol, and said that maybe if they vote for P2B, he's going to come and introduce alcohol in their religion. Now, all these things are not even making sense. And if you check it, this is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu told P2B, back off now before it is too late. These people will never vote for you. They want someone who's only going to pamper their region. They don't care about what is happening. They don't even care about if insecurity is in the land. They don't care about the killings. They just want someone. If you're okay to pamper their religion, if you're okay to pamper Islamic religion, you're good to go. That is what the Northerners want. Now, before you think I'm just one of those saying Nigeria isn't a real country, now sit down and watch this video. What actually makes a country? Common vision, unity, or shared destiny? Because what I'm about to show you guys will shock your understanding of Nigeria. If you think Nigeria is one united nation where anyone can rise based on merit, then I dare you to watch what some northern voices are saying about P2B and the 2027 election. No matter how much P2B gives them, whether it's a 1 billion, whether it's 3 trillion, whether it's lands, hospital, or schools, it won't change their mind. And the reason is simple: he is an Igbo man. Now, let's begin with this question. What really makes a country? It's not just drawing borders on a map. A country should have shared goals, respect among its regions, and a sense of fairness that gives every citizen hope. But Nigeria operates more like a loosely forced union, where some groups see others as enemies, where some votes don't count as much, and where some regions are born to rule, and others are expected to serve. That is not a nation. That is a lie. Now, let's get to the main point. Recently, many northern youths, political influencers, and allied figures have been very clear about 2027. P2B is wasting his time. They told P2B, you're just wasting your time in all these things you're doing. It's better you should know this now and understand that you're wasting your time. This is not about police. It's about what? Performance. It's about tribalism, pure and what? Unapologetic. So my even saying the North would rather vote for a tree than vote for an Igbo man. Let that sink in. We keep telling P2B that even if in my last live session, if you guys followed me, I told P2B on time that you see the Northerners, they will not vote for you. They will do anything they can do to make sure that power still goes on their particular side. There was this make sure that power is on their side. They don't want the power to be rotated. They only want power to concentrate on them. That's what the Northerners want. Now, there was this bill that was passed in the House of Senate, a bill to allow presidency to rotate, to other regions, and the Northerners opposed that bill. They said no. Erifai's opposed and said no, that is not going to happen. That power should be centralized on only one region, which is the Northerner. This to tell you that if they can say that that power should be in one particular region, that's to show you that the P2B, they're not going to vote for P2B. The Northerners will not vote for him because they only want power to be put in one region. Now, just like I told them, so I'm even saying that the North will rather vote for a tree than vote for an Igbo man. They will rather make sure that the power goes to the North than even to vote for an Igbo man. Now, we will never forget the Biafran war. We don't trust the Igbos, especially not to lead Nigeria. This is what one Hausa man said. This is what he said. I quote what he said. He said, we will never forget the Biafran war. We don't trust the Igbos, especially not to lead Nigeria. These are their words, and this is not what I'm saying. This is what the Northerners are saying. Some people say Obi is trying to build bridges. He donated to northern communities, built hospitals, went to Katsina, Kano, and Sokoto. But let me be honest, that is just wasting of time. In the eyes of these people, he's still Igbo. They won't see that donation. They only see the tribe. That's the bitter reality that P2B has refused to accept. These people don't see they don't see the reality here. They only see the tribe. They don't care about the donation you're giving to them. And you cannot bribe away that kind of hate with development. No, you can't. Now let's talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For years, people called him an extremist, a Nigeria is structured to keep the Igbo man down. That they will never allow an Igbo to rule, not even through a free and fair election. But back then, many people said he was exaggerating. That's what they said. But now look at what the North is saying openly. You tell me he was lying, or was he warning us ahead of time? No, the Kanu was never lying. Look at what the North are saying now, that they will either vote for a tree than vote for what, an Igbo man. That they can remember what happened in the Biafran war, and they can never trust an Igbo man. As if that's not enough, remember the recent House of Rep drama. A bill was proposed to rotational presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones to create fairness, right? If you guys normally follow my live videos, there was a time I talked about a bill that was proposed in the House of Rep. There was a lot of a serious drama happened in the House of Rep. A bill was proposed for rotational presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones to create fairness. But guess what? The Northerners opposed it. Guess who opposed it? The northern lawmakers opposed it. They want to keep power to themselves, even if it is not Tinubu. They want it back in the north. And still, some people are out here saying one Nigeria. Which one Nigeria? Which one Nigeria are you talking about? When they proposed the bill of allowing presidency to for rotational presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones, and the northern lawmakers, they opposed it, and you guys are coming out here to tell me that there's one Nigeria. It's also like one Nigeria. These people want to keep power to themselves, and if it's not Tinubu, they don't even care if it's not Tinubu. Just once that the power is coming to the north, they don't care. The reason why you see that they're voting for Tinubu is because they voted for Tinubu because Tinubu has led to dance according to their tone. Tinubu has led to do what they asked him to do. That is just the reason. Let me burst your bubbles, guys. The 2027 presidency is already decided in the minds of some political elites in the north, and Peter Obi is not on that list. No matter the campaign, the grammar, the rallies, the statistics, he's not who they want. Peter Obi should get it clear to him. The Northerners don't want you. All this things you're doing is a waste of time. They will never want to choose you. They will not. They have made up their mind, and the reason is not about Nigeria. It's about tribe and world dominance. This the 2027 presidency is already decided in the minds of some of these political elites in the north. They've already considered who is going to be the president, and they've already considered that if we make this person president, he's going to obey us. And I can tell you with my full chest that Peter Obi is not on that list. No matter their campaigns, their grammar, their rallies, their statistics, is not the one they want. These people have made up their mind. And the reason is not just about Nigeria. It's about their tribe and dominance. They want someone who's going to romance their region. So once they have seen that you're not going to give it to them, they don't put Peter Obi in the presidency election. They don't put him as someone who's going to be the president of Nigeria. This is one thing he should understand. So no matter the amount of donation he's going to Katsina, building schools, it's not going to still make them to vote for him. I've said this countless time. I wish this can get to Peter Obi. I've said this in countless time. These people are not sorry I'm saying this, but it's a real fact. I like being real in anything I'm saying. That is the real fact. These people, this Northerners, they already hate the Igbos because of what happened in the Biafran war. They'll come out and tell you that I cannot support an Igbo man. We don't trust Igbo people because of what happened in the Biafran war. And you cannot expect this kind of hatred to lead them immediately just by development. No matter the amount that Peter Obi is giving them, no matter the donation, oh, I build hospitals in Katsina. See, the Northerners will never accept you. They will not. Nnamdi Kanu told Peter Obi this thing clearly from the onset. These people will never accept you. Just leave them. Let Biafra come. We don't need to beg people. When Obasanjo ruled, he never begged. Obasanjo ruled for 8 years. When Goodluck Jonathan was ruling, he ruled for 6 years. But guess what? Peter Obi is begging to rule for 4 years. And people are still coming at that he's so ambitious. He's this. He's how will I people say it? They say that he's too ambitious. He wants to really get into the seat. No. Peter Obi is not really, he doesn't really want to get into the seat. He has found out that the Northerners, he doesn't have a chance to be the president of Nigeria. So he's asking them, okay, just give me 4 years, let me rule, so that you guys will see what an Igbo man can do. But you see the Northerners, even that 4 years, Peter Obi will not smell it. He will not smell it because they will not vote for him. These people are just looking for, they're just looking for someone who is going to romance their region. They're just looking for it. Now, so here's the real question. What should the Southeast do in the face of this rejection? Is it continue begging to be accepted? Because that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing now. He's just begging to be accepted. And how long are we going to keep begging them? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told Peter Obi, leave all these things. Let Biafra come. The thing that Peter Obi should be fighting for is Biafra. People, the Northerners are saying it that if they vote for Peter Obi, he's going to come in and bring in Biafra and IPOB. How is Peter Obi related to IPOB? Like, I don't know why people don't think. Like, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is a zoo country. So here's the real question. What should the Southeast do in the face of this rejection? Is it continue begging to be accepted or finally sit down and ask some hard questions? Now, I want to bring up this matter here because I want this live to be an interactive session. So you guys will actually also, say your own point of view. Now, this is what I have to say. When in my last live session, I talked about Peter Obi, being a qualified candidate for 2027 election. And people came out here and were talking. They were saying, what do I mean? How can I say Peter Obi is qualified? Okay. I leave that one aside. Now you're telling me that Peter Obi is not qualified, but there's a Northern man coming out for the presidency election that does not even have any experience, that have not even done anything in the North. This man has literally not done anything in the North. He's not coming out to compete with Peter Obi, and you guys still want to vote for someone who has not done anything in the North, who is not even capable. And you're coming out to tell me that Peter Obi is not a qualified candidate for the president. Who told you that? The only thing now that I can say that the only reason why I can say Peter Obi will not win this election is because of the Northerners. The Northerners feel that power is for them, and they have so much. They have so when it comes to votes, they have so much power when it comes to votes, and also for the fact that 1999 Constitution is favoring them. I'm going to tell you guys this one that is going to shock you guys. You see that 1999 Constitution, you see that no rotation of presidency in any other region. It is what is written in 1999 Constitution. So that's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them, let us change 1999 Constitution, because this Constitution only benefits that the rotational presidency should be in a particular region. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling them, let us change it. So nobody should come out here and tell me that Peter Obi is not qualified. He's a qualified candidate to be the president of Nigeria. Is the person that he's coming, another person that's coming out to be that is opposing with him is not, does not even done anything in the northern side. He has no qualifications, and you guys are saying that Peter Obi is not qualified when the person that is coming out with him has not even done anything in Katsina. In fact, he has not done anything in anywhere in any of the northern states. He has not done anything. So this is just the real question. What should the Southeast do in the face of this rejection? Should we continue to beg them to be accepted? Because it seems as Peter Obi is not begging them. Let him just rule for 4 years. It's as if he's not begging them. So we need to stop begging these people. We have the right to rule. Is it the reason why we need to end the marginalization? We need to end marginalization in Nigeria, because imagine Peter Obi begging for 4 years to rule. Imagine. Now, if unity is impossible, then maybe we should consider restructuring. Maybe even a referendum, because this current system is not fair and it's not sustainable. Let me just be clear to you guys. This is not a hate speech. No, this is not a hate speech. This is what reality. If you want to prove me wrong, let the North come out and say publicly, we are ready to support an Igbo presidency in 2027. Until then, Peter Obi is just wasting his time. Peter Obi is just wasting his time. If you guys feel that, like I always say, this is not a hate speech, I am not hating anybody. I'm just telling you the reality. If you want to prove me wrong, I want you to just, let the Northerners, they should just come out now and publicly say, we are ready to support an Igbo presidency in 2027. And if they do this thing, I'm telling you guys have proved me wrong. If the Northerners can come out and say this. Until then, Peter Obi is wasting his time campaigning. Peter Obi is wasting his time going to the North to donate this one, build this one. He's wasting his time. The Northerners will never vote for him. They already have in mind who they are going to vote for. That is it. They already have in mind, and that's what people don't understand. They've already said that they want someone who is going to romance that region, and if you're romancing that region for them, you are giving them everything they want. When Goodluck Jonathan, when Goodluck Jonathan came out, when he became the president of Nigeria, they looked at him. He was a southern person. They looked at him as a cool man, so they felt that, oh, this one we can handle him. We can handle this one. That's why you see they didn't talk much about Goodluck Jonathan. They didn't talk much about him. They just gave him to win the president of Nigeria, because they know they could handle him. That is why. Now, Northerners, the Northerners have this born to rule mentality, and it's a deep rooted culture. The Northerners already have this born to rule mentality. Since independence, Northerners Nigeria has ruled more than any other region. Since independence, they have ruled. We've had like will I even say 10 or 11 presidents who are coming from the north. They have ruled since Nigeria got their independence than any other region. A culture of entitlement exists not just politically but economically. Many Northerners feel leadership is their birthright, and that other regions, especially the Southeast, are troublemakers or rebels. We kept Nigeria, we can say Nigeria is one often used to justify domination afterward the civil war. They see the Igbo not as equals but as what competitors. And in a country where competition is viewed as threat, unity is what dead on arrival. Why even a northern Christian won't get support? It's not just tribal, it is what religious and what geopolitical. Northern Christians have also struggled to get support from the Islamic north. If a northern Christian like Yakubu Dogaro can't get smart support from his own region, what chance does an Igbo man have? Oh God. When I talk, people say it's hate. It's not hate. I'm just telling you guys the reality, and I hope you guys will just understand. A northern Christian like Yakubu Dogora, he couldn't even get mass support from his own region. He was a northerner. This man is a northerner, just that he was a Christian. Now, he couldn't even get mass support from his own region. Is he now an Igbo man? You're an Igbo man, you're also a Christian. And you think that the northerners are going to support you? No, now, Toby is just dreaming. And Nnamdi Kanu told him this thing. Leave all these things you're doing. It's not going to fetch you anything. It won't fetch you any vote. Like it is. It is not going to fetch P2B anything. Now, Buhari's 8 years is a message to the Southeast. Buhari's 8 years is just a message to the Southeast. Buhari ignored the Southeast in federal appointments. It wasn't by accident though. Out of over 50 top appointments, only few were Igbo. Infrastructures like the second Niger bridge came late and was used for campaign PR. 8 years was enough to show the Southeast how the system, truly sees them. Now, why P2B was shocked in 2023? Despite huge youth support and national appeal, Obi was rejected across core northern states. In places like Sokoto, Bronu, and Yobo, he got almost nothing. Hey, it's shocking, but this is why P2B was shocked. Despite the huge youth support and national appeal, Obi was still rejected across core northern states, like the core ones. In places like Sokoto, Bronu, and Yobe, he almost got nothing. He got almost nothing in that place. Even with Muslim running mates, Dati, it did not break the ethnic or religious war. You know that P2B thought that if he's going to put his vice president, that is his running mate, as a Muslim, which is that is going to break the ethnic religious war. It never did, my brother. It never did. Now, use of unity as a political weapon. Politicians often preach one Nigeria, only one power is leaving their hands. During campaigns, they use unity slogans, but after election, appointments and resources go only to their people. Unity is a costume. They wear it during election, then remove it after voting is over. The divide and rule strategy against the Southeast. The political elites constantly sponsor division within the Southeast. Example, creating rival political parties, factions within IPOB, pushing what fake news. Even other southern regions are often pitted against what Igbos. They fear what the Southeast can do if they unite. So they divide it with propaganda, money, and fear. Igbos can't be trusted. It was a dangerous stereotype. Northerners often use the Biafra war as a reason to mistrust Igbos. I'm telling you, they use it as the Northerners often use Biafra, as Biafra was a reason to mistrust Igbos. They will say we can't trust the Igbos. By the way, in Biafra war, they wanted to buy all the whole Northern leaders. That is what the Northerners are saying. I don't even know what to say. The Northerners will say, oh, in Biafra war, the Igbos tried to buy all the whole Northern leaders. You guys heard it, right? What happened in the Biafra war? And even at that, IBB Ibrahim Babangida came out and told us that what happened in that time was not a Igbos that caused it. It was a military coup, and they came and rewrote it and said it was what Igbo coup. Now, this stereotype is passed down generationally through religious schools, mosques, and community elders. It's not just political; it's emotional, and cultural was indoctrination. Obi's kindness is viewed as weakness. Donations to northerners causes are not appreciated. They are interpreted as trying to buy us. That is the way northerners are seeing it. They're seeing it as the fact that Obi is coming, showing kindness, buying this one for them, donating money for them. They are seeing it as Obi is trying to bribe them. Meanwhile, northern politicians build loyalty through power, fear, and religion, and not charity. They don't understand leadership through love. They respect power and not kindness. The North always unite at the last minute. No matter how divided the North seems before election, they always unite behind one candidate from their region or interest. If you guys have not noticed it, me, I've noticed it though. No matter how divided, no matter how you tell the North, oh, during Tinubu has suffered us. Tinubu did not give up. We suffered a lot during Tinubu's regime. Look at there was a lot of poverty, there was a lot of insecurity. But guess what? You see the Northerners. I do ask myself, where I don't know where their brain is going to. But see, this is what I had to understood about the North. The North, you see the North, they don't care about the insecurity. All they care about is make sure that the power is coming to our side. Make sure we don't care if the person that is coming is going to make matters worse. They don't care if hunger is going to deal with them. All they want is let the power be coming to our side. That's what the North wants. And I keep asking myself, because in the last election, before 2023 election, you know that Buhari was the one that was ruling them before 2023 election. So when Buhari was there was a lot of starvation, right? Hunger and insecurity. And people are expecting that, oh, P2B has come out to be the president of Nigeria, and Tinubu has also come out. People are like expecting that, okay, these Northerners are going to vote for Tinubu because of the hardship that happened during Buhari's era. Guess what? Hey, the Northerners still went to vote for Tinubu when they fully know that they suffered during Buhari's regime. They didn't even vote for P2B. They still went to vote for another person. Now, this is what I had to understood from the Northerners. You see, the Northerners, no matter how divided the North seems, no matter how you think, oh, the North are not happy, they are divided. Before election, they will always come and unite behind one candidate from their regional interest, because they actually want power to be for them. They actually want power to remain where they are. That is one thing I understood about the North. You see, the North, they love power. They don't want this power to live from their side. And that's what they're using to win us in this country. But enough is enough. Biafra will soon happen. Biafra will soon happen. Oh, let's move on. I've been seeing so many of your comments here. I'm seeing them. We'll be taking some of your comments one by one. So please, if you have anything to say, please write your comments on the comment section. We're taking it one by one. So now, social media versus grand politics. P2B dominated social media, but did not dominate what? Grand politics. Grassroots structure, talks, polling unit, and what? INEC contacts. Elections in Nigeria are not won on Twitter or YouTube. They are won in remote village, manipulated by those who control what? The security forces. The real definition of federal character. The Constitution says Nigeria should operate on federal character, representation of all groups, but in practice is what? Northern words, favoritism. Appointment, security, oil, block, NNPC, customs, and immigration are all dominated by one region. Tinubu as a temporal southern pulpit. Tinubu may be president now, but many Northerners see him as what? Temporal. There's a quiet movement to return power to the North by 2027 or 2031. Yes, there's a quiet movement now that the Northerners are planning that are going to return power on 2027. That's why Mazina kind of told people to believe all these things you're doing. The Northerners will never vote for you. They will never vote for you. You see, for now that things are like this, they will not still vote for you, because they want power to come to them. They want to return power to their side. That is what they want. Until when Biafra is actualized in Nigeria, that's when all this nonsense is going to stop. And that 1999 constitution should be rewritten, because in 1999 constitution, it's only favoring the North. Yes, go and check 1999 constitution. It's only favoring the Northerners. It is not favoring the South. It's not favoring the Southeast. It's not favoring the South. Now, Tinubu is not a victory for the South. He's a placeholder. The real game is still in the North. That is it. And this is why the youth need to wake up. Many young Nigerians believe tribalism is dying, but they are wrong. The youth in the North are more radicalized than the elders. Religious sermons and propaganda fuel tribal hate from childhood. Now, if you think tribalism is a thing of the past, look at who they are raising for the future. Now, Nigeria is a marriage set. A nation where merit is tribalized is a failed nation. P2B is not the problem. The problem is the name. You cannot win in a game where the rules they are made to exclude you. Unity without equity is what slavery. That is one thing that people don't understand. Now, there's something that I'll be taking you guys comments one by one. So please, if you know you're new to this channel, please do what type in the comment section. Free Masin Namdekale, and also justice delayed is not justice denied. Just like I always tell you guys, we use this platform to agitate for the release of Masin Namdekale, and also to tell the federal government that this man is innocent and they should release him immediately. So guys, let's go on. Census and voter registration fraud benefits what did not. Now, you see census and voter registration fraud, it's what benefits the fraud. It benefits what the not, I mean. Now, the not inflates census figures and voter registration numbers every decade. That is why they hold majority seats in the House of Rep and dominate what? INEC zones. Even when actual population data suggests otherwise, the numbers will remain untouched. The North wins before the election even start because they control the numbers. That's what I always say. Someone here said that okay, let me take a comment here now. That someone said we won last election, which was rigid, even though we were in Twitter. The Northerners will vote for Obi. Forget about Biafra. Now, I keep telling you guys, this is just the honest truth. You guys don't understand. We heard that yes, the election was rigid. We heard it, but how are we going to know that it was actually rigid? How are we going to know that? The North wins even before election even starts. You see, the Northerners, they normally win even before election start. They have already brought out who is going to be their president because they control the numbers. Because they control the numbers. Now, INEC structure favors only the North. The current INEC chairman, Muhammad Yakubu, is from the North. So this is what I want this person to understand. Someone that just wrote this comment now. He said we won last election, which was rigid, even though we were in Twitter. The Northerners will vote for. We forget about Biafra. You see, like I always say, this is not coming from a place of hate. It is not. I am just stating the real fact here, the reality in this thing. The reality, even if okay, let's say now it was not let's say the election was rigid. Yes, they reached the election. And P2B was supposed to win and he didn't win, right? They just reached it. Have you forgotten that the INEC structure favors the North? The current INEC chairman, Muhammad Yakubu, is from the North. So even if they try to, even if they, no matter how they are trying to do it, even if the North are saying, okay, let's vote for P2B, if INEC chairman has said that no, that he wants power to return to the North, what would the votes of ordinary citizens do? It won't do anything. The current INEC chairman is Mohammed Yakubu. He's from the North. Even during the 2023 election, many accused INEC of manipulating results through delayed uploads and voter suppression in the South. Northern and polling units often had few technical glitch and high turnout. Use of Islamic clerks to push voting agendas. Before election, someone in some northern mosques, some political clerks openly tell followers to vote for Muslim or northern candidates, not southerners or Christians. This religious influence is massive and no one dares challenge it. Traditional institutions are political tools. Emirs and traditional rulers in the North play big roles in directing votes. They mobilize support for preferred candidates and suppress opposition. In contrast, Igbo traditional rulers have no such political power and are often divided or politically neutralized. So Igbo, you see, that's what I always tell you. So you see, in the North, their imams and the traditional rulers, they play a very big role in directing votes. They mean that they'll come to mosques now, they've already choose a particular candidate, and maybe when they are in mosques praying, they've already brought out and told them, oh, this is the particular candidate we are voting for 2027. Please make sure you vote. And because the Muslims now, they want to obey their emir, they want to obey their traditional ruler. But you see, when it comes to Igbo traditional rulers, like they have no such political power. They don't have it. So that is why they don't have such a political power like that. That's why you see they're often divided or political neutralized. I always be saying the reality here. Yeah, Igbo presidency means Biafra and fear tactic. Northern elites use this fear to control their people. If you vote an Igbo man, he will divide Nigeria. So, the Northern elites, they're using it to control their people. They will say, don't vote an Igbo man, no. Maybe in mosques, they've already brought out the name of the candidate they're going to vote for. They'll carry it and tell all of them in the mosques, vote for this person, though. If you vote for the next person, he's going to divide Nigeria. Now, they portray an pro-Igbo candidate as a secret or Biafra war sympathizer. Even if the candidate publicly denounces Biafra, the North doesn't believe it. Media blackouts or Spain against Igbo aspirants. National media rally amplifies Igbo what presidential ambitions. Now, when they do, they twist narrative. For example, calling Obi supporters social media noisemakers. Meanwhile, even unqualified Northerners are elevated and praised as presidential what materials. Political parties still controlled by the North. Both APC and PDP have powerful Northern godfathers behind the scenes. Presidential tickets are often negotiated in the North. Even when a Southerner gets the ticket, he's expected to play safe and not to challenge Northern dominance. The fear of accountability from an Igbo leader, an Igbo president like P2B represents a threat to the corrupt system. His insistence on accountability, cutting waste, and auditioning government money is a danger to the looting cabals. They don't just fear P2B, they fear what he will expose. That is just the major reason why you see the Northerners don't want to vote for him. They're not just fearing P2B, it is what he's going to expose. That is what they are afraid of. That is what these people are afraid of. And you guys will be thinking that there is Igbos. No, they are really afraid of what these Igbo people will do, what the Igbos will do, because they have already had in mind that they cannot trust Igbos because of what happened in the Biafran war. They said as Igbos, we are trying to kill all their Northern leaders. That is what they said. So because of it, they still have their fear in them. Now, the North has no fear of rejection. Why the South worries about inclusion? The North doesn't care if the South votes for them or not. They know they can win with block voting, regional and electoral manipulation. They know. This is the reason why I tell you that they know, because almost everybody in power is from the North. You guys already know now. The INEC chairman is from where? He's also Mohammed Yakubu is from the North. All the home ministers now in Nigeria, you'll be hearing Minister of Finance, Minister of this one, Minister of, all of them are Northerners. They're not, so these people, they're not even afraid. They know that they're not even going to lose a nation. They know they can win with block voting, region and electoral manipulation. That is how we know the North. That is how we know the North. The North already know that is it region that they're going to reach, and that's why you see they're not even bothered. When once a candidate comes up, they say, oh, this candidate is from the North. They already know that. Why are we even afraid? By the way, we have Yakubu Muhammad. I will say the reality to you. I am not mincing words here. I don't mince words here. I'll tell you guys the reality. They'll be for their mind. They'll be that they have Mohammed Yakubu, and also we have so many ministers who are in office. We have Minister of Finance, a Northern man, an Hausa man. We have a Minister of Agriculture, an Hausa man. Minister of Education, an Hausa man. You'll be asking yourself, the Northerners are not the one in control, obviously. When it comes to when it comes to in INEC, now if you go to INEC office, you see not Hausa people full there. They're the ones controlling Nigeria. That is it, because power is for them. But Nnamdi Kanu told them, let's change this 1999 constitution, and you see this power that these Northerners have, they will not have it again. You see a Northern man will beat his chest and tell you that an Igbo man cannot be the president of Nigeria because of 1999 constitution. We'll bring a bill to in the House of Rep. We'll bring a bill to propose that there should be a rotational presidency among other regions. It shouldn't only be in the North. The Northern lawmakers will come out and oppose it. They oppose it and say why should they give it to Igbos? Anyway, it is what 1999 this is what 1999 constitution brought to us. By the way, many people have been asking me who even wrote 1999 constitution. It is the military that wrote 1999 constitution. They are the ones. They are the ones that wrote 1999 constitution. So don't even be surprised. Now, political appointments are ethnic weapons. After election, ministers, NNPC, DSS, customs, immigration, port and authority, and others are filled with Northerners. I'm telling you the honest truth. When you go to our minister, if you go to NNPC, it's only Northerners that full there. Port authority, custom, immigration, And others, they are filled with nothing. And that is why when you see an Igbo man coming to look for work, these organizations, they'll tell you that there's no job, there's no vacancy, because you're not a northerner like them. They'll tell you there's no job. Oh, this is a pity. This ensures that even if power shifts to a southern and temporary, the structure remains under what northern control. So, like I always tell you guys that when the P2B, you know that they even gave a northerner. But when it came time to reward them, the Igbos supported PDP PDP loyally from 1999 to 2015. But when it came time to reward them with the presidential ticket, PDP now gave it to Atiku, a northern again. You can imagine. You can imagine. Now, national orientation project has failed. No serious effort has been made by the Nigerian state to educate the youth on unity, equality. Instead, young Nigerians are growing up with tribal hatred, suspicious and bias, especially in the north. 2027 may be bloodless, but it won't be fair. Many think because there may be no war, there's peace, but the real war is the silent marginalization, electoral manipulation, media suppression, and economic what oppression. Nigeria may look calm on the surface, but underneath it, injustice is boiling. Honestly, injustice is boiling. Nigeria does not have a unity problem. It has what? A truth problem. People don't want to hear the truth, and that is what is killing many of our Nigerians. We have a truth problem. They don't hate P2B, they hate what he represents. They know that P2B represents justice. That is why they hate it. An Igbo man cannot rule Nigeria until Nigeria is restructured or rejected. This is what I keep telling P2B. You cannot rule Nigeria now. Nigeria is too yasad. It is when Nigeria is restructured. It's only when Nigeria is restructured, that is when you can now rule. For now, you cannot rule it. If Merit ruled Nigeria, Obi will be president, but tribalism rules, so he can't. Nnamdi Kanu did not lie. He saw what others refused to see, and he kept telling us, but you know what? They refused to listen. They just refused to listen. And now see what is now happening. Martin Nnamdi Kanu told them, but they refuse to what? Listen. Now, the North sees power as survival, not just politics. For the North, really Nigeria is not about service, it's about survival. They believe if you lose control of Aso Rock, they lose access to oil revenue controlled by the South, military hierarchy, national budget, protection for their religious and ethnic system. That is what it is to the North. So, to the North, they say that ruling Nigeria is not about service, it's about survival. They want to survive. That's why you see they want power to be on their side. They know that if they take power from them, they cannot be able to survive. That is what the Northerners are fighting for. For the North, ruling Nigeria is not about, it's just about how they're going to survive. They believe if they lose control of Aso Rock, they lose access to oil revenue controlled by the South, to military hierarchy and national budget, protection of their religious and ethnic system. To the North, power isn't ambitions, it is what? Protection. Southern leaders are often compromised by northern alliances. Many southern politicians win power by aligning with northern godfathers. Once in office, they are too afraid to challenge northern world dominance. That's why even when a Southerner is president, the system still benefits the North. Obi wants to break the alliance, and that's what scares them the more. That is what is really scaring them. Every national crisis benefits the North politically. NSAS used to discredit youth vote. Igbo airport activity used to justify military presence in the southeast. Fuel subsidy protests hijacked and redirected to secure more northern dominance in budget and security. Crisis in currency in Nigeria politics, and the North spent it wisely. Ndi Igbo are the only group without political insurance. The Yoruba have Lagos economic power. The Hausa and Fulani have Abuja political power. The Ijaw have oil field economic leverage. The Igbos have resilience, but in national politics they have no fallback. Igbos have strength but no shield. Religious politics is a northern too. Northern politicians often would disguise political agendas as religious obligations. Christian candidates from the south are portrayed as threats to Islam. That's why even Atiku or Kwankwaso, despite their flaws, will be preferred over a southern Christian. They see Obi as an outsider, as an uncontrollable outsider. Obi has no godfather, no cabal ties, no corruption fight they can use. This makes him dangerous to both APC and PDP structures. They prefer a corrupt candidate because they can be controlled. They want someone that he has a corrupt something, so that the Northerners want someone that is corrupt, so that they can be able to manipulate and control the person. And they have looked at Peter Obi; he doesn't have any of this, so they look at him and say, oh, they cannot control him. That is the reason. Now, Southeast is not just rejected; it's what isolated. No international airport, poor rail links, minimal federal industry. This is intentional to keep the zone dependent and more politically weak. Igbo businesses thrive, but not politically. The Southeast produces thousands of millionaires, entrepreneurs, and exporters, but almost none are politically powerful. Meanwhile, in the North, political thugs become senators and alemajiris become governors' aides. The Igbo man builds empire, the North builds empires on the Igbo man. Even during military rule, North still dominated. Of 14 military heads of state in Nigeria history, 9 were Northerners. The Civil War ended in 1970, but the punishment never did. The military, custom, police, DSS, and NNPC have remained under Northern control ever since. The unity doesn't include equality. Every time the South demands fairness, the North respond with "don't divide Nigeria." But when the North takes all the benefit, they call it federal character. Unity without justice is what simply was control. Nnamdi Kanu predicted it in exact words. He once said, this is what Martin Nnamdi Kanu said. He once said, they will never allow an Igbo man to lead Nigeria, not by vote, not by appointment, not by accident. Every rejection Obi faces, every roadblock, every silence, all make this quote more accurate. Martin Nnamdi Kanu told us. And we thought his play. This is what Martin Nnamdi Kanu said. He said, they will never allow an Igbo man to lead Nigeria, not by vote, no matter what you do, not by appointment, not by accident, not even by donating to them. He made it clear to us. I will not, the Northerners have already made it clear to us, we will not vote for an Igbo man because of what happened in Biafran War. And also the fact that they want power to be for them forever. They want power they want to hold the power forever. So that is why I said they wouldn't want to vote for an Igbo person. And Nnamdi Kanu wants people to be on time. He told them, see this thing, you're not even supposed to rule Nigeria now. It is when Nigeria has been restructured that you can come out and rule Nigeria. Because if it's for now, it is not going to work. The Northerners have already brought out who is their candidate. So no matter the amount of donation that P2B has given to the North, whether he's building hospitals or he's building schools or he's giving them money, or it will not make them to vote for him. These people are so, I don't know how to put it, but they are this kind of people that they want power to be for them for so long. For so long, they have looked at P2B and they found out that P2B has no criminal charges. He has nothing we can use against him. We don't know how we're going to control him. The Northerners know that once power goes, the Northerners know that if power is removed from their hand, they're going to suffer. That's why you see they're doing all their best, to keep the power for them. Every rejection of the Obi is facing now, every roadblock, every silence, all this makes these quotes about what Martin Kanu said more accurate. They not master the power of delay. They don't just say no to Igbo power, they slow it down. Delay development, delay appointment, delay elections in the South. Technical glitch. Anytime that they are doing election, be hearing technical glitches in the South just because they are trying to delay it. That no Southeast candidates can win. No Igbo has been president since 1966. In over 59 years, no Igbo has touched the presidency, despite being one of the largest, most educated, and most productive ethnic group. Even minorities have ruled, but not the Igbo. Is that not rejection? What is it? If it's not rejection, then what is it? Every time the Southeast cries, the North will not be laughing. IPOB is called terrorists, MASOB is ignored, Obi is mocked. Even peaceful calls for equity are branded with ethnic was agitation. Nigeria is built to reward obedience and not merit. Obi represents merit, result, and service, but the system is built to reward loyalty to the northern power or structure. That's why corrupt candidates are more likely to rise than the clean ones. Now, you don't win by being right, you win by being chosen, and the North is not choosing the Igbos. They are not. Obi may win debate, win polls, win hearts, but in Nigeria, the North wins votes. That is one thing that Peter Obi need to understand. And I keep saying it, I keep talking about the reality of all these things. I am not hitting on anybody, but I'm saying the reality is the fact. Obi may win debate, he may even win polls, he may even win the heart of so many people, even in the North, he may even win their heart. But in Nigeria, the North wins vote. It's high time we realize it. In this kind of Nigeria now, we have to realize it. We have to realize it that the North, they are the ones winning votes in this kind of Nigeria until when it is restructured. Then the Southeast can now start having the to win vote. Now, the Peter Obi is not the system enemy. He's the system what exposure. They don't fear Obi as a person. They fear that if he wins, the life of Nigeria dies. So that is it. They feel that, oh, if Peter Obi, oh, the lives of Nigeria is going to die. If this man comes in, we'll not have opportunity to do all the things we have been doing. That is all these things that they are trying to do. So that's why I keep telling Peter Obi, this is not coming from a place of hate. It's just the right thing. I like, one thing about me, I like saying reality. I don't mind word in this place. No, I don't. So please, guys, if you know you're new to this channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button, to get all the latest news in this channel. And please don't forget to do well to type in the comment section, free Nnamdi Kanu, and also justice delayed is not justice denied, because we use this platform to agitate for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and also to tell the federal government that he is innocent. So guys, let's move on. No Igbo ever appointed as chief of army staff since 1966. After General Agui Ironsi was killed in the first coup, the military hierarchy was redesigned to sideline Igbos. To date, no Igbo has ever been appointed chief of army staff despite what qualified officers. The message is clear. Military power must stay out of Igbo hands. They fear Igbo military power because it reminds them of Biafra. The 1970 no victor, no vanquish was a lie. After the Biafran war, Nigeria pretended to offer reconciliation, but Igbos were given just 20 euro, no matter how much they had in the bank before the war. Their properties were seized as abandoned. It was not reconciliation, it was punishment. Oil comes from the south, but oil money goes north. Hey, God. I just think about this and I begin to laugh. Oil is coming from the south though, but the oil money is going to the north. Niger Delta Oil funds over 80% of the Nigerians' revenue, yet the north receives more in allocation than the regions that produces the wealth. When it comes to giving budget, you see they'll be giving Southeast 10 euros, $10, and they'll be giving Northerners $50, giving them more than self for their budget allocation. And the Southeast, despite its contribution through commerce and trade, gets very little in return. And you guys come out and tell me here that there's one Nigeria. There's nothing like one Nigeria. There's nothing like one Nigeria. You guys come out and tell me there's one Nigeria. When it comes to okay, oil is coming from the south, but oil money is going to the north. And after everything, the Southeast are giving little budget, and the highest amount of budget is given to the Northerners. And somebody will sit down there and tell me that this one Nigeria. You see, they enjoy the meal but hate the chef. The Northerners, they enjoy the meal but they hate the where it is coming from. The North decides even was Southern election in 2023. Many APC votes in the South were decided by Northern governors like El-Rufai. El-Rufai's role in helping Tinubu. This shows even Southern candidates must get Northern approval to they're playing football that there's one Nigeria. And then they'll not say it's super English, they'll not say, oh, one Nigeria, they will not start rejoicing. It's not like one Nigeria, it's only when you guys are playing ball. And anytime we win, we'll say one Nigeria, because you cannot come and tell us maybe if other countries are playing with us, you cannot expect us to divide and say, oh, only the Igbos won or only the Northerners won. No. So when they are playing ball, that we all believe that we are one Nigeria, but after that we are not one Nigeria. After the match, it's back to what tribal profiling, political marginalization, and ethnic suspension. Northern politicians form divisions in the south. They sponsor South-South but South-East rivalry. They create tension between Yoruba and Igbo community, all to prevent what a united Southern or political front. When a Northern fails, is his problem. When an Igbo tries, is a threat. Buhari's 8 years of failure were tolerated, but when Obi started rising, they panicked despite him not even holding office. And Igbo success is seen as a national emergency. Anyway, guys, please, I want you, please to type in the comment section, because we normally use this platform to agitate for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So please do wait to type in the comment section, free Nnamdi Kanu, and justice delayed is not justice denied, to tell the federal government that this man is innocent. So please, if you also know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification button to be getting all the latest news in this channel. So please, I want you to, watch and listen to what Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer have to say. And I'll be right back to tell you why, the notes are saying, the notes are not really supporting P2B. Can I just take a look at this one?
The reason Nnamdi Kanu have a discussion with him. You have been having a discussion with bandits and the so-called repentant Boko Haram. Tell me the offense of Nnamdi Kanu, because he's agitating for self-determination, which is his own constitutional fundamental rights granted to him by the Constitution and the law.
Well, the government's anger is not because of the agitation, because they know that everyone has a right to agitate. But they said the way he was going about it, like and then people were being incited. Well, that's even not what I'm
What of the wife of the president incited people during the election? The wife of the president, he incited people that Igbo should go. What of the one Oba of Lagos said that Igbo should go and fall into Lagoon? What of those that came out and said that Igbos will not vote? If you are not voting for APC, you will not vote. What happened to them? Has anybody been arrested? That Nnamdi Kanu said something, then you now term that thing he said as is a terrorist, is a crime of terrorism. You charge him for terrorism. His own lawful organization that is registered in almost all the whole countries in America and Europe and Asia, and you now came to Nigeria, you term it a terrorist organization. Now you are now saying that now that IPOB is being recognized in almost all the whole countries in America and Europe, so you are now saying that America, France, Germany, they are recognizing a terrorist organization because you don't want anybody to agitate. You want to suppress anybody. If you talk, you kill him, suppress him, jail him. In a country that is predicated on a constitutional governance, it cannot work like that. Okay,
let's get back to the ministerial nomination of Bianca Ojukwu, because you said he took away one from Anambra and brought in another. But remember that the president took away the minister based on the KPI results that came out, which he was not even the one, that did the evaluation. It was the result given to him with which he did that, meaning that if actually the minister had performed, above board in the KPI, they wouldn't have had any reason to remove her rather.
Now, still on that ministerial list, we have 48 of them, am I right? And we have 36 states in this country, including FCT 37. So apart from Southeast, that have only 5, every other region have more than 6, apart from Southeast. Now, take since 1999, we have been having series of presidents. Just let's use what is going on now. The president is from where? Vice is from where? Speaker is from where? Senate President is from where? CJN is from where? Court of Appeal President is from where? National Industrial Court President is from where? Chief Judge of Federal High Court is from where? And they are saying that the people of Southeast belongs to this country.
Are you sure you're not? I mean, it's just like what I said too. I mean, isn't it time we started to be less sentimental about this diversity?
We have to apply it now. We are saying that the only people that are qualified to hold all this position, nobody from South is qualified. On what basis?
Are you saying that
but the chief of Naval Staff is from the Southeast? Huh? The chief of Naval Staff?
From where? I'm talking about the key position. Number 1 person, number 2 person, number 3 person, number 4 person, number 5 person. The key position, we have 3 arms of government: the executive, the judiciary, and the parliament. You can never see anybody from Southeast there. Now, the point we are talking about is that when I'm not even talking about, I'm in court about lopsided appointments.
Okay.
I can avail that my process because I did an intensive research in that process. File it, asking court to view whether this particular appointment, whether this particular government is in line with Federal Character Establishment Act, an act of National Assembly that said that you should carry everybody along. Section 14 of the Constitution also said that you should carry everybody along. And we are not doing all these things. You are telling me that, yes, now that you have removed Kennedy Handele and you are now brought in Yanko Juku, that the people of Southeast will jubilate. Are you talking to idiots? Look at the people that you are talking about. Check, let me start with the sports. In football, the people that have made Nigeria proud are the people of Southeast. In commerce, in aviation industry, name it, in academics. They are from people of Southeast. But when it comes to power, they are not qualified. And we want them to be happy. Listen, let me tell you, like today that is Monday, go to Southeast. And my annoyance is that these things are avoidable for Christ's sake. The one at Niger, the reason and the Kalu, let us start addressing this issue. This early morning, somebody sent me a clip, something they posted, that they said from, I think they said next week, maybe next 2 weeks, that there will be nothing like federal courts in the whole of Southeast. What do I mean by federal courts? Federal courts, National Industrial Court is a federal court. Federal High Court is a federal court. Court of Appeal is a federal court. Now, the people the judges that are there, most of them are not Igbos. Majority of them are not Igbos. How should you risk somebody to go and preside in the Court of Appeal over the judicial division, Oka Judicial Division, Enugu Judicial Division? How can you appoint somebody to go and preside in Federal High Court in the Southeast, National Industrial Court in the Southeast? And we are not even thinking about all this. And the judges are not even thinking about, So the point we are talking about is that when there is a problem, look for a solution. Personally, somebody like us, we are not even, I'm defending Nnamdi, one of his lawyers. So when they say so you people are not doing what you're supposed to do, the person that is calling you, don't even know him. He's using the hidden number to call you. You don't even know what they're talking about court. The only thing that you went to court and you were unable to bring Nnamdi out. They're not even safe.
Okay, Maxwell, let me ask you this, because from what you're saying, I've also heard IPOB many times deny, allegations of being involved in some of the killings that happen in the Southeast and some of the, the ills that we see in the society. Even the sit-at-home in question, IPOB has also claimed that he has not asked anybody to sit at home. I don't know, get my point. So the point I'm making is that from what you're saying, it would look as if what you're actually trying to say is that it's because Nnamdi is being held, that is why the ills in the society in the Southeast has escalated. Does it have anything to do with him? That is what you're saying.
Do you know why? Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB is his initiative. He established it, he organized it. Now when you now kidnapped him or adopted him, and unlawfully, because the Supreme Court have said that he was unlawfully brought into this country, and you kept him incommunicado, everybody on his own. This one we kill, you said at IPOB. This one we maim, you said at IPOB. Everybody on his own. That's why I ask you the question, who is IPOB? The IPOB is Nnamdi Kanu. So Nnamdi Kanu, if Nnamdi Kanu is out, you will know who is who. Simon Ekpa will talk his own, Emma Powerful will talk his own, this one will talk his own, this one. Who is IPOB? That you are even talking. Simon Ekpa is in Finland. Emma Powerful, I don't know where he's operating from. Another person is operating from somewhere. Issuing threats. Just like the one somebody told me. I don't even know where that one is coming from. So the easiest way to do is the one that you know. Nnamdi Kanu. Then tell Attorney General, as he discontinue the charges against the president of Mieti Ala Kato, discontinue that of Showore, they are all terrorism. Tell them to discontinue that of Nnamdi Kanu, and allow Nnamdi Kanu to agitate. It is his right. I told you the other day.
You see, that's where the problem is, really. The guarantee, that there will not be problems, even if Nnamdi Kanu is, because you're saying allow him to agitate, and he goes about it the way he used to, like, the government have actually feared. That may also create more problems, don't you think?
Let me tell you, there are some things that you asked me the other day whether they are talking about condition giving Nnamdi Kanu. I told you one question. I say, if you give Nnamdi Kanu condition that he feel after meeting up that condition, he will still live like a human being, so be it. But when you give him condition and you are removing that made him a human being, he will tell you no. What is that made you a human being? That thing that makes you a human being is your ability to exercise your fundamental rights. And when somebody said, now I'm going to employ you here, I will be paying you $500,000 every month, but you will not talk, you will not move out, you say, do away with your job. When somebody said, I'm going to release you, but I'll cut one of your hands, say no. the agitation for self-determination is a fundamental right. And if you people fail to understand it, I can agitate that I need the Republic of Maxwell. Yeah. It is my right. Anybody can agitate. I don't even need crowd to follow me. It is when you now feel that you have gotten the necessary need the necessary qualities, then so be it. It is now left for the president who believe in democracy, who believe in government of the people by the people, to apply an initiative. What is the initiative? Release the person, start addressing all those issues that gave rise to this agitation. It has been there. Uwazuke was agitating during Obasanjo. A lot of people were agitating. So now that you have arrested, you come down Uwazuke that time. Nnamdi Kanu came up. Now that you have arrested Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa is there. I think this data from Ned Nwoko was telling you that even if you arrest Simon Ekpa today, another Simon Ekpa will come out. So the issue there is that address all those issues.
Right. So for you, it's not about ministerial appointment.
No. That one. Okay, that is a complete distraction. It shouldn't even come in. Okay.
So guys, you guys have heard what he says, right? You guys have listened to the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu. Now this is enough to tell you guys now that we need, something really started the agitation of, of Biafra. Something really led to what happened. And if the government does not fix all this thing, there's not going to be peace in Nigeria. So guys, please drop your comment below. And also if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. And please don't forget that, please, I want you guys, we normally use this platform to agitate for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So please type in the comment section, free Nnamdi Kanu and justice delayed is not justice denied. And also please, because we're trying to use this platform to tell the federal government that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent and he should be released. And also know that Nnamdi Kanu will be coming to court on the 10th October 2025 and is going to be massive, because we'll be waiting to hear what Justice James Omotosho said. I'm going to be giving you guys live updates and live court update and everything concerning what Nnamdi Kanu. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again in my next live section.